Good morning, everyone. I'm just going over how-to for new players. And so without further ado here, this is my newest account here. It's probably a month old at this time. As you can see, I got the Mon Mothma working on geos. And really, I've been able to complete every battle so far. And the reason I'm able to do this is because of certain allies you use. So without mod battles here. So as you can see here, I have a number of allies to choose from. For this particular lineup, it's great for new players. You use Mon Mothma ally if you can get a really strong one, and Admiral Akbar lead. What you do here is you get the lead. I don't have him geared very high at all. Level 4 lead on this. 19 speed, 10 tenacity. In addition, whenever an ally uses an ability that isn't an attack, they call a rebel ally to assist. Well, being how Mon Mothma works, a lot of these tunes are not using actual attacks with this. It works, you get a lot of assists in there. And for the most part, I have level 5 abilities only on this lineup too. Got Jen here for the turn meter removal, which works very well stars. Well, she didn't remove the turn meter there, but she got the stun in. The great thing about this team is it's entirely free to play friendly. Hoss Scout, Biston, Powell, they're all available in the Cantina store. Jen you get from the guild store, so she's a little bit of a harder to get, but out of them for this team here, I mean, it's pretty easy to do. Here I've got Biston turn meter removal there. And really with this, you can power through any level. And this is still a good team. You don't need to get Akbar too much on that for completing the battles. But he does work as a good lead while you're waiting to get my Mothma geared up and Zeta. So unlocks all the nodes for you anyways. And with Gen 2, you also have an extra revive. I mean, you do have the one from Mon Mothma, but having that second one does help out, especially when you get to some of the higher tiers in this. And there you have it. I don't even have a single gear 8 on that. Now another good ally to use, let's see if I can, it's Ventress, because with Ventress you have the cooldown, so you can literally use her AoE for each individual phase of the battle, and it refreshes so you can use it again for the next phase. It takes 2 seconds to beat a battle with that lineup. Now I could use Ventress here with this lineup because she does work with the Count Dooku lead, but I just want Count Dooku here for the counter. Otherwise it becomes a liability because Geo brought Alpha, he shares all of his stats. And since Ventress isn't a Geo, she doesn't get those stats. But it is nice to have the two leads here. Dooku and Ventress combined are helpful. They have their own single battle for Geonosis Darkside territory battle. So getting them geared up is pretty handy anyways. Plus you have the nuke team. If you combine with Zombie, you can even beat Phase 4 Darkside territory battle with that team, provided you have it modded right. And of course, Dooku, you got the stun too, which does help when you get to the higher tiers. And I'm still missing the one Geo Sunfac here too, so there's that. But the goal here is just to beat all these nodes so you can start unlocking, start farming stuff. And the best way to do that is really with Mon Mothma, Ventress, and Geo brought Alpha here as lead. So if you can get an ally with those tunes set, and if you know someone in your guild that has them, just type in your guild chat the person's name and ask them to reset it. I know a lot of guild members will do that to help out if you're in a lower guild. So. Now these here, again, Count Dooku is my only gear 8. See if I have a Ventress ally here yet. Newt does work too, but it's really you're going for those big hits and you want someone that can do an AoE or get a lot of turn meter going in there for you. If you're new to the game, you access your allies with that little tab there, manage, and you can go through, look at people's rosters, also in your guild. And really I recommend this for new players anyways, because you want to get in a good guild. So you always want to go and look up your officers, check out who they have on their roster and so on. Essentially your guild is only going to be as good as what the officers have on their team because they're the ones recommending farms. So if you get a crap guild, usually that's because the officers themselves don't know what they're doing as far as farming goes. So that's always a good thing to check out anyways. But yeah, and of course you can browse through there and select any player there, and I selected myself there. Got the ally invite tab, so you can go through and send an invite to everyone in your guild. Let's see here. Now, as far as mods go, when you're modding, don't bother with these little 4 and 3 dot mods. Sell those things. You don't need them. They're just going to hold you back. You're going to waste currency on them. Reason being is when you get higher in the game, these mods here you can slice into higher colors, and what that means is so for example, if you take a green or a gray, you can slice it to green. And for a green mod, you only have to get up to 9 to get all 4 stats. This gray one, you have to get all the way up to 12, so you're investing credits into that, which are hard to come by early in the game. Here's a good, better example of that, probably. So as you can see, here's a blue one. I have all 4 stats on it. For blue, they unlock at 6. So you only have to upgrade the mod to 6 to see if you have speed on there. Speed is the most important thing for all mods. You want to have some speed on it. As far as knowing what sets to get, look at your set bonuses tab. It tells you how many you need when it says required here. 2, 2, 2, some require 4. So then you need 4 mods that have that same symbol on them to get that set bonus. And then if you upgrade them to 15, you get that additional bonus. But if you have a mixed batch there, so like a crit damage set and a health set and offense set and speed set, you aren't going to get any of those set bonuses. And really, those set bonuses add a ton to the game. So you want to get that figured out right away. And where you go to get those mods right away, mod challenges. Beat all the tiers here. And again, I've done this with my lineup because those teams actually hold up. I've been using Dooku and Geos to 3-star all these. And then you just go through here. Most of these are not going to be that great. I don't recommend gearing up or leveling up the gray mods to level 3 or 6 at tops, because you don't want to be spending a ton of credits early in the game. These little 4 dot mods, get rid of them. There's no point in even maxing them out. They don't have the same stats on any of this stuff, so like your odds will be lower here at the top where it says 4.75, a 4 dot mod, and you can see right here 0.5%, 0.63%. Even at level 1, the 4 dot mods, 1 dot mods, so on. The only ones I recommend saving early in the game are the speed arrows, because speed arrows are so hard to get, especially early on in the game. As you can see here, I do have 1 5 dot speed on Ventress that's fully upgraded, but on Dooku here, I don't have that same. And there's a difference of 4 speed right there. Different mod sets will have different differences, but you go through, save you some credits, just sell a lot of them right off the bat. And for arrows, you really want only speed arrows. So I sell all those right away myself. And real quick here, I'll go through this just to show you. So right here, I'm gonna upgrade to 6 and I'll get all 4 stats, right? And there's no speed on it at all, so I'm gonna sell it. Now, if you go over here, upgrade this to the same level, you'll see you only get 2 stats. Oops. So with gray, that's why I don't recommend gearing them up a whole lot more. You're wasting credits, and ultimately what you sell them for is always going to be minimal anyways, unless you gear them upgrade them all the way to level 15, and you don't want to do that. So as far as what mod sets to get for a lot of these, you like Geos and Mon Mothma, you want out of this set here, you want health protection, health protection, health protection with speed, secondaries, and all of them if possible. I didn't upgrade this one here to 15 because I'm going to sell it because there's no speed, but I wanted that additional protection right away. So I just have it there in the meantime, but I'm not going to upgrade it all the way because I'm just wasting credits by doing that. Always want speed arrows. Defense and offense here will always be the same. And I went with a complete health set because early on I'm focused on trying to make my tunes survivable as possible. So that's kind of that. And as a new player too, you're going to find health being a lot more useful. And here I have 1590 protection. That's actually going to be more useful early on than this 23% protection because you your character has a low base protection anyways. If you look at our stat here, I have 12,000 protection right now, and that's with mods. So that 2,000 is actually closer to 20% protection right there. As you can see, that's pretty close there. But with all these, and you can always look up exactly what stats you have here from mods too by clicking on a character. Oh. And here you have your protection. I have 12,000 protection with 6,000 protection for mods. So as you can see, that almost that 1590 makes up almost a quarter of that, despite me having 23% protection mods on there. So early on, you want to focus on those numbers versus the percents. But when you get to end game, you get relic tiers and stuff like that, you want all percents. So. But that's always nice because whenever you unlock a new character, you still have the mods that you can convert over, put on new tunes and stuff like that. Now with Mon Mothma, you really want rebel fighters, and that's kind of why I'm going for bigs early here too. Is just because if Mon Mothma doesn't die, and if you're in Galactic War, you're really trying to beat that as much as possible early on because you get more credits and everything. So if Mon Mothma is the last one alive, she retreats, which means you can use another tune. You can, if you have another 4 rebel fighters, you get an extra chance on there, right? So I'm trying to kind of get a couple extra rebel fighters that I'm working on here, so I have subs to toss in. But that's all I got for right now. So if you like this video or have any other questions, please leave a comment below, or suggestions for future videos, just let me know. And please click like, subscribe, and I'll try and have another video here soon. Thanks.